And welcome back to Let's Play Ys, Book 1 and 2, and we've actually entered the Book 2 portion of Ys, Book 1 and 2. Let's start by talking to some people. This is actually Lilia right here. Seems like she's a little sick, but she's not telling anybody because she doesn't want anybody to worry. What's this guy over here got to say? Seems like Rance Village has got some problems going on. Ringing of a bell signifies a meeting of goons. I'll have to keep that in mind. Rototree nuts, huh? A lot of information going on around here. Let's search around a bit more and try talking to some more people. Oh, this is Lilia's mother. Looks like despite Lilia's efforts, her mother does know about her sickness, and it's a lot more serious than we thought. Dr. Flare? Yeah, we lost all our stuff on the trip here. And she's going to give us a little bit of starting cash to actually get some equipment. Unfortunately, like the first game, we're not going to have enough to buy a full set, but we are at least going to be able to buy more than a sword. Alright, so the equipment shop is right here. And this shop actually contains all sets of equipment, so we don't have to go to a separate armor shop to pick up armor as well. Pick up the short sword, and we'll get the chain armor. Looks like he doesn't have any other types of armor available at the moment. Wonder why that is. He's looking for iron ore. Must be a bit of a shortage going on. But if we do get him some iron ore, not only will the rest of the selection of armor be available, we'll also get a nice bit of cash for it. Who's over here? I wonder if this Rahl Flare is the same as the Dr. Flare we were told about. Looks like he's trapped inside a cave in the ruins. We better go save him. We're definitely gonna need his help if we want to help Lilia in return. Alright, one more house to check in. I'm not gonna check out that other shop right now because we don't have any money at the moment. And, this is the mayor's house, but he's not here. His wife says he's in the ruins. We keep hearing about these ruins, so we may as well head on in. We've got some equipment now, so we shouldn't get killed as soon as we step in there. Alright, let's journey into our first dungeon of Ys 2. And here is one of my favorite songs in the game. Oh yeah. Alright, let's look around a bit. Astal, huh? I assume by village senior he means village mayor as well. So he went back to the village, so we can go and talk to him straight away, but we just got here, so we may as well search around a bit. Now we have some monsters here, and they are actually pretty tough, so we're going to want to be careful. As you can see, our equipment is pretty beginner level, so we can't do too much damage to them. Now the first item we find over here is the Rototree nut. Now these have two purposes. One of them is story related, so that's why we're picking up one right now. The other is actually gameplay related, but we can't utilize it for that yet. Luckily, these zombies we can actually just push back relatively safely, in relative safety. And the ruins count as a field area, so we can stand still to regenerate our health here. We no longer have our Ring of Healing, though, so we've got to be very careful. I'm going to be killing as many monsters as I come across, because we really need the money. Now, unlike Ys 1, money is actually pretty useful for the majority of the game, but also, unlike Ys 1, you get it way slower in this game. Like, by this point in Ys 1, by the monsters I would have killed, I probably would have already had over 100 gold pieces, but here it just comes in a very slow trickle. This is part of the reasons why the grinding in Ys 2 is a bit longer. As well, since we don't really have any options to guarantee our continued safety, we really have to fight these monsters cautiously. Now, the ruins actually isn't a very big area, and there's only a couple things we have to get around here. I'm mostly just showing off everything so that I can get as much experience and gold as possible. Now, you've noticed that we don't have the experience to next level on our HUD anymore, but if we check our status screen, we can see that we need to get to 12,800 for our next level up. So if you want to pay careful attention to that to know when you're going to level up next, just check the status screen every once in a while. But hitting Ys 2, we have reached the point in the game where experience gains are going to be much higher per level to get the next one. Now there is an item I'm looking for. It's not actually critical that we get it, but it does give us a little hint on what to do next. I'll turn the game speed up to fast so I can get through here a bit more quickly. Just remember where it is. It's over here. Actually, I think I've been this way already. Yeah, my sense of direction is pretty poor. But hey, if we get to hear the song for a little bit longer, I'm not complaining. Ah, there we go, right here. And this is actually the only item on this side. I was just going around to show off the ruins. And pick up some more money, of course. Now let's check out this ancient slate. You actually don't have to get this as far as I'm aware, but we may as well. Alright, so it's giving us a little bit of information on the Books of Ys. And there's Solomon Shrine again. It seems to be very important to the history of Ys, and everything we've done so far seems to be guiding us to that shrine, so we're probably going to have to go there eventually. And potentially it'll be a very annoying dungeon, but I mean, the odds of that are pretty minimal. Now let's check out the other side, go through this little path in the trees. You'll find these two golems guarding this chest. Now, unlike other enemies in the game, when you attack these guys, they won't start moving, so you just have to repeatedly run into them, get hurt, run into them again to kill them. I'm not going to do that right now because it's not necessary, but before we continue on deeper into the ruins, we are going to have to take those guys out because they give us a reward that is very important. Regs. Yeah, and this guy wants what those monsters are guarding. There's a statue back here, but it doesn't look like we can do anything with it at the moment. Now, I could take out these guys right now, because honestly, it's not a difficult task, it's just a very, very tedious one. But before we get to that, I may as well get enough gold to get a shield, and then maybe we can just close off this other level. Alright. I think a shield is 100, but I'm going to get 200 just in case. And while we're on this, I suppose we can discuss things. So, we cleared Ys 1, defeated Dark Fact. Now, Dark Fact was presumably of the Fact family line, given his name, and the Fact family line was originally of the priests who were the guardians of Ys. Now, did the Fact family have some sort of falling out, or is that just coincidence? Well, we don't know at this point. However, Ys 1 did get a prequel game in 2006 called Ys Origin that details way, way before the fall of Ys, and actually features many of the family lines of the original priests. So that game is actually really cool. It's on Steam if you want to check it out. It's actually one of my favorite games in the Ys series. Very fun, very fast-paced, and action-filled. Should I go for more gold or experience? I think I'll close out this level and then we'll head back to Rance Village. But yeah, Ys Origin, very good game. I'd strongly recommend checking it out if you are interested in the series. A good number of the games actually are available on Steam. Ys, the Oath in Felghana, which is the remake of Ys 3, that's also a very good game. Ys 6 is on there, and like I said, Ys 1 and 2 Complete is also on there. As far as other games in the series that are out right now, there's Ys 7 for the PSP and Ys Memories of Celceta, which is the remake of Ys 4. Both of those games actually are new directions for the Ys series, really. You have a party in those games, and while it's still an action RPG, it has an emphasis on switching between multiple characters and more consistent dungeon town structure. Alright, we got that level. If you were going to check out either of those games, I would recommend Memories of Celceta. It's not necessary that you play Ys 7 first, but either one of them is pretty good. I played both, and I like them a lot. Alright, let's get back to Rance Village. We'll find the mayor and also pick up some new equipment while we're there. One thing you can do is, if you revisit Bernice, she can restore your health to full instantly, but we don't really need that at the moment. Actually, I don't know if she does it right now or later, but at some point you can just revisit her to get your health instantly refilled. Actually, is this guy the mayor? I was just assuming he was a mayor. Maybe he really is just a senior. Divine area, huh? Alright, so now that we've talked to him, we can return to Astel, and let's just go in here. Oh, it really is just a senior. I thought it said mayor the last time I played the game. Obviously, I didn't pay very much attention. But let's go pick up a shield, since we have the money for it now. Alright, wood shield. And it was only 100, but with that little bit of extra, we can actually pick up some other item. Alright, let's see what's in here. Now, here we have an herb. This functions like a medicine, but it's actually a reasonable price, only 30 gold. So let's pick that up. We also have a wing. The wing works like it did in the last game, transports us back to any town that we've been to, but also in this game it's a much more reasonable price of 100 gold. So let's pick up both of those. Since we don't have the Ring of Healing, it's going to be very important to have an herb in our inventory because we take a lot of damage right now. Don't forget to equip your shield. And I better lower the game speed back down. But we now have a full set of equipment, so we're much better prepared to take on the trials that lay ahead of us. And with that wing, if we ever get into trouble, we can just warp right back out of the town. But before we return to Astel and head deeper into the ruins, we're gonna have to get the chest behind those two golems. So let's go see how well we do against them. Alright. And they hurt pretty bad. Alright, so this is gonna take a while. I'm just gonna cut ahead to after I kill these guys, so when that's done, we'll be right back. Alright, we're back and we're just about ready to finish this guy off. Alright, just get my health back up to a reasonable amount. Go in, and he's taken care of. Now inside here, we find the Wand of the Holy World. And what does this do? Well, we'll take it to that Regs guy and see if he can tell us what this is for. Yeah, wrestle it is a apt word for it, I'd guess. Well, that sounds like a good idea. I could always use some magic. And with touching the wand to the statue, we become empowered, and we now gain the ability to use magic. We don't have any spells at the moment, but we will be getting some soon. Now, your MP, it is exactly equal to the amount of HP you have, so whatever your hit points are, that is also your maximum MP. But, as you can tell, it's obviously got a separate gauge from it. And as soon as you walk off screen, those goons respawn, so yeah, be sure to take out both of them and grab the chest before you leave. And once we have the Senior's Blessing, we can go in deeper to the ruins. And this must be the locked door that we were hearing about. Looks like we'll just have to head deeper and deeper into the ruins in order to find the way to open it. And actually, I'm gonna turn the game speed back down to slow. I had it to fast so my health would just regenerate quicker when I was fighting those golems. But let's see, we've got the first statue of the priest right here. Get used to seeing this text. It's going to happen for every statue. And looks like this is the statue of Hadal. So it looks like the monsters is a fairly recent development. And it looks like Solomon Shrine is their base of operations. So that's why it keeps coming up. And he gives us a very important tip. Bosses in this game, we can't defeat just by blindly crashing into them. We need fire magic in order to hurt them. Hopefully we can actually find some before we even get into an encounter with any bosses. And here are the mines. Now this is a very, very annoying dungeon. This is where the mazes start to get really bad. Fortunately, I mostly remember the way through here because I had to go through here for about an hour to figure out the path through everything. Now, one thing that makes it a little easy, these staircases right here, these are our destination. Whenever you see one, go up it, and we will reach a statue of a priest. I guess it would be a shrine for a priest. As always, be sure to hit everything that you come across. You want that experience in gold, especially since you get such low amounts of gold in this game. One nice thing about reaching each of the priest's shrines is that you get a full health restore and MP restore whenever you look at one of the statues. Alright, let's return another book. And this is essentially the same text again. And there isn't really a way to make it go faster than this. Words of Toba, huh? It looks like each priest has access to a specific magic, so we can assume that we get 6 magics over the course of this game. Now I just wonder if each magic is perfectly in balance with each other. Well, we'll see for ourselves. Actually, how close are we to another level up? Alright, we gotta get to 14,200 for the next one. Just a note, that is very unlikely that you're going to get the money for further equipment upgrades just from going through these mines. Equipment upgrades are actually quite expensive in this game, especially relative to the low amounts of money that you get. You really do want to fight absolutely everything that you come across. You need the experience and you need the gold desperately in this game. Alright. Let us head up here, and hopefully we'll find another priest's shrine. First we'll head up this way. actually. Better take this guy out first. Fortunately, most of the enemies in the mines are actually quite slow, so we don't really have to worry about them doing too much to us in quick... I'm desperately trying to find the words to express my point here. They're slow, so they're easy to kill. And we get our first ring, the Claria ring. There aren't actually that many rings in this game, and they're used differently. You simply have to have them as your active item in your inventory. Now, the Claria ring is a bit odd. I'm not 100% sure what it does, but I think, and emphasis on I think, what it does is when you have it as your active item, sometimes if you were going to take damage, it will nullify it for you. We can actually see what it does, or get a description of what it does when we have it equipped. Wear this ring to move with the quickness of a cat. Obviously, it doesn't make us any faster than we already are, but I have noticed sometimes when I've taken hits from enemies that do a lot of damage to me, when I have the Claria ring on, sometimes I don't take that damage. If anybody actually knows what the Claria ring does, feel free to tell me. Like, definitely knows what it does. Alright, this is our third priest. And this is Dabby. So it looks like magic is both a good thing and a bad thing. But one cannot exist without the other. So does that mean if we defeat the bad guys, the demons who are in control of everything, does that mean magic will disappear as well? Perhaps we'll just have to see when we get that far. Clearly, though, one thing is for certain is that we just can't let the demons have a run of everything. But 3 priests down, I think that's good progress right there. I was hoping to get our first magic spell, but the video's been going on for a little bit, and we'll be getting it soon into the next video. So, until then, I hope you enjoyed watching, and please, have a nice day.